and block 1-1318. Victor, you have a report to give us, please. Will you please be sworn?
Victor, you do solemnly swear the testimony you're giving will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do. Victor Venebra, municipal planner, City of Elizabeth. And I handed out to the board members a plan entitled Amendment to the Kapkowski Road Redevelopment Plan. Tax accounts 1-1317 and 1-1318. You all have a copy of the plan?
Which one is yours?
Kapkowski Road Redevelopment.
I have a couple of spare copies here.
Anybody need a copy?
Just for the benefit of the board, everyone is aware that the Kapkowski Road redevelopment plan has been in existence now for approximately 20 years. It has been amended The plan has been in existence since 1991 and has been amended on 7 occasions over the succeeding 20 years. Most recently with regard to the turn landing project behind the Jersey Gardens Mall. Under the redevelopment law, amendments to a redevelopment plan can originate in one of two manners, either starting first by way of ordinance introduction by action of the City Council, or originating at the planning board by way of review and recommendation, and that is what is before you this evening for these specific properties. If the board acts favorably upon this, it would then be referred to City Council for them to act upon it by way of ordinance. Mr. Venebra, please proceed.
Kapkowski Road Redevelopment area shown in this pale yellow bar on the official zoning map of the City of Elizabeth. And originally, the plan conceived the Jersey Gardens Mall and area on this side of North Avenue. It has been amended. It's under multiple ordinances, as Mr. McNamara stated, and it's in your study, in your plan, to include a small area here for Newark Airport. We were originally looking at that a number of years ago, for a parking area for Newark Airport, and to include some areas on the other side of North Avenue, which includes all the properties that currently front on North Avenue. And over the years, actually at one time the IKEA site was also in the redevelopment area, but IKEA originally asked for that area to be removed, and they came up with what's called the general development plan of their own, which this board has approved many years ago and still in existence today. But we're here today, as this area developed, the original redevelopment plan was very fractured. It called for warehousing, commercial development, retail. It wasn't specific. It permitted all different uses throughout the zone. So, but the City of Elizabeth was very successful in finding developers for the mall and to place hotels around the mall, other similar related uses open to the public. So we were successful in attracting and keeping the uses open to the general public, such as the mall, such as the hotels, and the standalone restaurants, near each other. Now, the other pieces of the puzzle want to become developed over time. This board approved the large warehouse at the corner of Kapkowski Road and North Avenue, which is here. So, and then we also approved...
Excuse me, that's right by the pumping station, right?
Correct, right behind the pumping station, which is up in construction.
And diagonally across the street is the storage for containers.
That's the public, right?
Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and then after we approved that warehouse, Allied Signal site, the old industrial Allied Signal site, came before us for a large-scale warehouse.
Yes.
And this board approved 3 warehouse buildings, quite large in size, about 150,000.
That was the Prologis project, and I think it ultimately wound up with 4 separate buildings being developed in various portions of the
That
project.
is correct. So now we have, as a planner and as a planning board, we kind of have now a division. We have the public, open to the public retail near the mall. We still have open space over there along the waterfront. We have hotel development near the mall, along with restaurant near the mall. We're having brand new warehousing going up along North Avenue. So in looking at the redevelopment plan, we're looking to amend the existing redevelopment plan to permit more truck-related and food-related uses along North Avenue. The reason the old redevelopment plan just covered the entire area, let's have retail, let's have open to the public facilities, because we had a Kia anchoring one end, then we had the Jersey Garden Mall anchoring the other. So the redevelopment plan that was originally drafted just envisioned this entire area being retail. But along with the growth of the Jersey Gardens Mall area, we have growth down in the Port Elizabeth Seaport area. So this plan is, so because of the high truck traffic on North Avenue, and we're working to separate more and more on a daily basis the truck traffic from the car traffic. That's why the flyover was built. Flyover was built to connect North Avenue to Jersey Gardens, so we could alleviate some of the car traffic that was going to a Kia, that was coming to, when it comes to the mall, and have a separate route into that area with the new flyover. So over time, we've been successful removing the car traffic that was open to the public, going to the mall, going to Kia, all from North Avenue. And over that time, we have more and more truck traffic. So over this time, over the 20 years this redevelopment plan has been in existence, to the best of my knowledge, and I've been here for about 10 years, and I was working in the private sector for 10 years before that, no one has opposed the city to build anything really retail-oriented at these two sites. It's really been heavy industry, functioning heavy industry for well over 40, 35 years about living in the city, and it's been functioning that way. And because of the nature of the road system of North Avenue, the millions and millions of dollars the Port Authority has been spending in widening the curve there, bringing up Leicester Street, and doing the improvements in this area, this redevelopment plan is looking to break off the last two pieces of the redevelopment area, starting from Leicester Street, which is the property in the corner, which fronts with Leicester and north, which is otherwise known as New England Motor Freight.
Is that where it turns?
That's where it turns, yes.
Where's the way to call it? I don't remember that.
McLester Street.
Yeah.
It's at the corner of McLester.
Right, and north.
And north.
Yeah.
And behind it is a Port Authority Road called Collapse. No, it's Southern Cross Street. It's a little street that they put a traffic light there. It's in your report in the appendix, shows a small map, a tax map of the two parcels. So this plan is going to do is remove the New England Motor Freight property, which is at the corner. New England Motor Freight has almost equal frontage on Leicester Street, which is the Port Road that makes the bend after the bend of North Avenue and North Avenue. And parcel 113-18, which is right now a site that contains container storage.
Yes.
So there's two parcels that we're looking to amend the uses on. We're going to make recommendations to council, so council will adopt the ordinance. And again, those two parcels are 1-1318, which is approximately 14 acres. Those 14 acres occur at the light at the corner of Kapkowski Road, North Avenue, and Kia Drive. So actually, the first parcel, 1-1318, is at the corner of the Kia Drive and North Avenue.
That's where the storage contains.
That's where the storage, exactly.
Just to prove the widening of the driveway.
That's correct. That they will put this board for a driveway to construct a traffic signal.
Now, what do you want to do with this? Include it where?
Now, we're looking to take both these parcels. Now, we're looking to take 11318 and utilize more port-related, I call them port-related uses. To permit
What, wait, I'm sorry.
seaport-related uses. Seaport-related uses. They would be storage, permission to store containers on there legally, which they're currently grandfathered now.
Yeah.
They're currently grandfathered, but this would make this legal, and it would give them permission to improve the facility without losing their grandfather clause. So we were looking to take that site and say, look, we know you've been in container storage for 35 plus years. We're looking to now permit container storage to occur at that facility, as long as it's port related to the seaport. Now, these containers are going to be tractor trailer operations, moving in and out of the low boy trailers. I don't call them low boy trailers, there's a terminology for that.
Excuse me, but once you do that, then the property is going to be zoned, so that's the only use it could be utilized for?
No.
Okay.
There's other uses.
On page 3 out of 6 of the report, there are now revised permitted uses in the property.
We just got this about 5 minutes ago. This redevelopment thing.
Page 3.
Page 3.
Under Roman numeral 2, under revised permitted uses, Mr. Venegro, would you please describe what would now be defined as the permitted uses for the property?
Warehousing. 2B would be seaport container storage and servicing. 2C, distribution warehouse. And 2B, commercial uses related to the seaport.
So those properties will never be able to be utilized unless they come with variances for any retail operation.
Correct, we're removing the retail designation from those.
So that if they want to change the use to retail, they'd have to come before board to redo it for variances for that.
No. For a use that is not permitted in a redevelopment area, you cannot get a D variance under the redevelopment statute. It would require another amendment to the redevelopment plan. Any use that's not permitted in a redevelopment area cannot get D variance relief from the zoning board of adjustment. It requires it be done by plan amendment under the local housing and redevelopment law.
Okay, so is this good for the city, Victor? Is this good for the city?
I feel it is, yes. We've had meetings with the city, with my director, with the executive portion of the government in the city, and I feel this is a great safety net for the city. Again, we're protecting both our commercial uses within the city and one of the second largest seaport in the country, and we're trying to, again, I don't think it's good planning anymore to try to mix public retail, public commercial uses on these two parcels with the amount of truck traffic that we have in North End.
Wow.
Mr. Venegro, is this also in recognition that once the improvements are made to the Bayonne Bridge with the Panamax ships and the doubling of container traffic that's projected to go with it, that these port facilities need to have facilities such as the ones that are already on these properties in order to be able to continue to function?
Yes, I would say so. And also, we permit on the warehouse again.
You got to go back.
Oh, sorry. And nowhere in the city do we permit what they call cross-dock warehouses. It's not permitted in the city. When we listen to the larger warehouse facility, not called cross-dock.
Not called what?
Cross-dock.
I got you now.
And cross-dock warehousing, or warehouses that have been an enormous amount of truck traffic, because the truck backs at one end of the dock, parcels come out of that truck, get distributed on the other side of the dock, and go out like an air freight company would do, or UPS. On the one side, those smaller trucks or large would get distributed. The product does not stay there. It's handled and moved out. We don't permit that. The city, along the other areas of the city, we're looking for large warehouses, more jobs. So we included that. So it gives whoever owns this parcel some flexibility. It gives them the only cross-dock warehouse permitted in the city of Elizabeth. We have one there now, so the facility there now at the corner is operating as a cross-dock warehouse, so it will be a legal facility. So if they want to expand or revise, they can.
Are you speaking, which facility on the corner?
On the corner of Pleasant Street and North Avenue, that would be considered new. Would be considered cross-dock warehouse.
Mr. Vinegar, in your opinion, are these proposed amendments consistent with the intent? Are these amendments consistent with the overall intent and purpose of the Kapkowski Road redevelopment plan?
Yes, because there are industrial uses permitted within the redevelopment.
And in your professional opinion as a licensed professional planner, are these amendments consistent with the intent and purpose of the master plan for the city of Elizabeth?
Yes, because the master plan agreement recognizes the Kapkowski Road redevelopment area and recognizes the multiple uses that exist in that area.
And in your professional opinion, are these amendments consistent with the intent and purpose of the local housing and redevelopment law? Intent and purpose of the local housing and redevelopment law to foster the redevelopment of underutilized property.
Yes.
Thank you. I have no further questions to Mr. Vinegar, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioners, are there any additional questions?
Yes, Mr. Vinegar, have you talked to any of the land, the people who own the current land that you're looking to do this with, and are they happy with what you're recommending?
Yes, we have been in contact with at least one of the property owners.
At least one, how about the other ones?
No, not the other, there's only affected the parties.
Have you talked to both parties?
No, I've only spoken to one of the parties.
And they're happy with what you're recommending?
Yes, it's in line with the, who they're negotiating with for leases of the property.
Okay.
For the benefit of the board, once the city council proceeds to move forward, if it does with this proposed amendment, the city is required to send them legal notice so that before any ordinance is adopted, they have the opportunity to appear and testify before city council and express any concerns they have before any final action will be taken by the city.
I have a question.
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Vinegar,
Yes.
in your opinion, will these changes possibly result in increased job opportunities for local residents especially?
I feel that there are jobs there already, but I do feel now that some a developer along these lines of work within the use that wants to go in there now and invest additional money in rehabbing the facility or adding density, they can now go ahead and do so. So yes, the answer would be yes to that question.
Thank you.
Just because banks and lending institutions, that's one of the first things they ask, but I'm also a zoning officer, is the property zoned for that type of use? And they say, well, it's pre-existing use. We don't care, we don't want to lend you $10 million to construct a new facility unless the use is a permitted use. Now these uses will be on record with the city and on their websites as a permitted use within the zone. So it does make it a little bit easy to get financing, to revitalize facilities and expand the set facilities.
Are there any additional questions for Mr. Vinegar? Is there anyone in the audience who has any comments regarding this report that Mr. Vinegar has just presented? Seeing none. Motion to accept the redevelopment plan. Mr. Chairman, may I amend the redevelopment plan?
I'm just going to move my official. I'm going to move it, that's all, go ahead.
Okay. Moved by Councilman Goldman, seconded. Seconded by Commissioner Cavallo. Can I have a roll call, Maureen, please?
Councilman Goldman.
Aye.
Commissioner Cavallo. Aye. Commissioner Miller.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Secretary Burgess.
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Ross.
I can hear a vote.
What's your vote?
Vice Chairwoman Ross.
Aye.
President
Mike is on. Fred can't hear you.
Commissioner Nunes. Aye. Chairman Hart.
Aye. I didn't give my vote, which is aye.
Mr. Shell, of course, is an aye. Okay, next item of business on the agenda is the amendment to the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan tax account 7-66, prepared by Mr. Vinegra, for the Honorable Mayor, Christian Bolich, City Council members, and our board. Mr. Vinegra, would you be sworn again, please?
Victor, do you solemnly swear that testimony in this matter will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. Again, Victor Vinegra, City Planner, City of Elizabeth. It's a very similar format, as you can tell, in its amendment to the plan. I'll give you a brief history about this plan that existed in the city for quite some time. This was originally known as the Marine Waterfront Redevelopment Plan many years ago. And it originally went from Division Street all the way down to the Singer Building. So the original plan, formed by Keen Associates, called for redeveloping the entire Trumbull Street corridor. That plan was presented before this planning board by Keen Associates over 10 years ago. That plan was scrapped because what it did not take into account was what to do with the many uses that were vibrant and thriving along Trumbull Street. So that plan was consolidated to a much smaller plan, known as the Trumbull Street Redevelopment Plan, that included parcels along Trumbull Street up to Division, included along South Park Street, and this slightly shaded area here. This board, again, when Keen Associates originally performed a study deeming an area needed redevelopment, and subsequent to the redevelopment plan, there were different developers looking to develop this property. One of the developers came before the board and received approval for residential development. And the idea with the residential development was to fill in property between Division Street and 7th Street along Park Street, South Park, to fill in with some residential two-family homes. A property that at one time was industrial. That plan was at the height of the market, the residential market. And the residential market, as we all know, did not do too well with the amount of two-family homes. And the developers that have come to the city since and have inquired about that parcel have not looking to do residential development. So the city is really not looking to create another issue with more two-families when we have an abundance of two-families currently in the market now. And the two-families proposed in that development were going to be a little bit smaller lots. They didn't really fit in there. Private roads, if you remember, and they didn't have the proper width. The lot is very narrow. They're trying to get a driveway, homes, and the lot's so narrow, it was a little bit tight. And we went back and forth with the original developer. Some of the members remember, went back and forth trying to get some more clearance in the area, more open space in the area, because the plans that were approved was very, very dense for residential development. So now, fast forward to today, which, this was about 5 years ago, the interest in the area has not been for two families. It's been really small as far as infill development, and we want to go with larger development across Division Street. So the vision is, hopefully, and there has been some discussions on the other side of Division, which is actually Reed Street here. Yeah, sorry, the other side of Division Street, to eventually, on the corner of Division and Trumbull, to look at some form of retail as we get closer to 1 and 9. What has been speculated, and we have kicked about over time a little bit, is a supermarket down there. Because the figures which have been studied of the enormity of residential people that live in the area that do not have a local community supermarket of size and nature. So they have to commute up to Stop and Shop or the Pathmark. On the west and northwest boundaries of the city, we go to the larger supermarkets instead of the smaller supermarkets. So the studies done by supermarket folks over the years have always shown this area that at least 2 supermarkets can be placed, one here and one closer to the first group, because you have the density of population and the numbers of the population. So we're looking at having aggressively seeking someone to construct some type of supermarket and other ancillary retail facilities, such as small banks and some other shops across the road. What we're looking at today is a couple of the uses that exist where we want to place these, and instead we're talking about the supermarket, the old bus, NJ Transit bus repair facility, everybody knows that? That's the one site. So again, we at the corner here, we have the corner Trumbull Street, Division Street, and I guess it's turning the Grand there. That's yes. So it's where Trumbull turns into Grand Street. That's what we're looking to do along the old bus, NJ Transit bus depot area. That's what we're looking to do, the retail facilities in the brand new supermarket. We do have some businesses in the area that want to stay with us, and they want to move out of that facility where we want the brand new supermarket. So this redevelopment plan is looking to permit the businesses that exist there now, which are trucking and truck repair, to relocate across the street to the facility that originally was going to be a number of residential homes. So in your plan, on page 306, on the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan, you're going to see 3 permitted uses being added. The first one's very interesting. So I'm under paragraph 2, amendments to the redevelopment area. Wanting a natural gas petroleum and filling station may be placed within this area on a lot of approximately 1 acre. The gas station is actually, we're looking at a lot somewhere, we're saying less than 1 acre, we're looking at something that's 3/4 acre for that.
That's a what? That's a what? Repeat that, what you just said.
Okay, we're looking to place that, I'd like to amend that to a lot smaller than 1 acre to say, oh, that does that. I said refueling stations may be placed on a 3/4 acre.
3/4, okay.
Item number 2 would be transportation collection operations. And item number 3 is warehousing and trucking operations. Now, we're looking at warehousing that's not cross-dock warehouse because the site is too small. It would be small parcel warehousing or some type of air freight warehousing from Newark Airport. But those are usually we're looking to modify to permit there. But one of the uses looking to come in to this lot would be one of the uses that exist out there today. They have contact with the city. The state of the day, very interested in relocating from across the street on Grand Street, just moving over to this street and constructing a brand new building to have their trucking and repair facility. Again, this is not 24-hour type trucking. This would be daytime only operations. And what they were looking to do is, because that's a very good corner, and a lot of good visibility, corner of Trumbull Street and Grand Street and Division Street is empty. What's becoming very state-of-the-art is natural gas being utilized in commercial vehicles. The emissions are almost non-toxic. It's quite degrading, and they're already using them in the port area. The port area they already sell natural gas in a facility in Newark. They're already selling it to commercial vehicles. More fleets of trucks such as Federal Express and that don't have to buy fuel over the road, say in Delaware. They go from their facility out to the deliveries, they come back to their home base, and they need to refuel with natural gas. Those are the people that are changing over. It's becoming a very green energy, and it would be, Elizabeth would be one of the first new natural gas facilities constructed. Those are one of the developers are all.
There is a facility at Wakefield,
That this will be open.
natural gas and fueling station on Wakefield property.
But that's for Wakeford only. This is open to the public.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So this would be open to the public. So, Wakeford, a lot of businesses are looking at natural gas because the restrictions on diesel are quite restricted. Over the road diesel, new diesel engines are very restricted, the emissions. So we're looking to take this corner and develop it into something different now. Not only are we looking to promote to keep an existing Elizabeth business in Elizabeth. This existing Elizabeth business is changing over their trucks to natural gas, which emissions is water vapor. So then you don't get the black stuff coming out of the check. And they're also in negotiation with a national tenant to build one of the first brand new state-of-the-art natural gas filling stations open to the general public at this facility. So it kind of be selling green energy in the Elizabeth Port area.
You mentioned the group is not open to the public.
So the Wakeford facility is not
Not Wakefield. You mentioned there is a natural gas station.
There's a natural gas station on hold in Newark that is open.
It is open.
Yes, it is open to trucks in the Port Newark area. And what's going on in the industry, and it's developed is an industry, or was it, whatever you want to say, is that there is a lot of large-scale conversion of buses, municipal vehicles, everything, vehicles, trucks that have a short range, come back and fuel up the time. The biggest problem with natural gas is the speed to refuel you. So that has also been engineered to be vastly reduced. So this redevelopment plan is looking to promote some green energy for the port area, looking to permit a gas station only at the corner of Division and Trumbull and Grand Street, and to limit it to about 3/4 of an acre, and then to permit a state-of-the-art trucking operation to construct a new building, and it's going to be in Elizabeth, we're converting their fleet over to natural gas, occupy the site, and hopefully hire some more employees, and take a site that was going to be residential, and I think really convert it to something much more interesting and something that's more state-of-the-art.
And the third section is warehousing and trucking. Is that part of that business?
I added that to there in that over time, the only, I would limit the trucking, and I would modify this before it goes to council, just to limit the amount of trucking, because the only other interest I heard in that property over the years has been warehousing, but small warehousing related to customs, related to Port Elizabeth, I mean the airport. So I would like to still that to remain there, because some of the interest has come to my office from people looking to build some state-of-the-art warehouse in Elizabeth for the customs agents. So I'd like that to remain in there.
One of my questions, you and I spoke earlier today, was this property. There is a section of this property located in the southern portion of the property, closer to 7th Street, that runs behind approximately 10 houses.
Yes.
And I'd like to be sure that use of that property is not something that would be detrimental to the people living in the houses.
In fact, it is very narrow back there. It's tough to construct anything back there, I think. And any applicant who would be seeking to develop this parcel would have to come back to this board and apply for the board's conditions. And
So right now, by doing this, nobody's going to automatically appear. They all have to come to us to get approval.
they would have to come to this board.
And no difference in the site plan and or subdivision.
Okay.
Mr. Venegro, in your professional opinion, the proposed amendments set forth in this document are Are they consistent with the intent and purpose of the overall Trumbull Street redevelopment?
Yes, they are.
In your professional opinion, are these amendments consistent with the intent and purpose of the master plan for the city of Elizabeth? I'm sorry. In your professional opinion, are these proposed amendments consistent with the intent and purpose of the master plan for the city of Elizabeth?
Yes, they are.
And in your professional opinion, do you believe these amendments are consistent with the intent and purpose of the local housing redevelopment law?
Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioners, are there any additional questions for Mr. Venegro on the amendment to the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan?
He did a marvelous job.
Is there anyone in the audience who has any comments regarding this presentation? Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve the amendments?
Most of them approve the amendment.
Motion by Mr. Mellish.
A second.
Second. You can hear, I can hear you. I'm like,
You look at one way. Take the blinders off.
Councilman Bowman seconds the motion. Order, please call the roll. Don't disappear.
Aye.
Three resolutions.
Commissioner Carvalho? Aye. Commissioner Mello?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown? Aye. Secretary Urban?
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Duda? Aye. Vice Chairman Ross? Chairman Hart?
Aye. All right, we have three resolutions, one of which we missed before earlier in the evening. The matter of 155 Jefferson LLC was passed around, there weren't enough copies. The application P1211, which was decided on January 5th at the last meeting, we need to memorialize the resolution. Can I have a motion, please? Motion by Vice Chairman Ross. Second by Commissioner Cavallo. Everyone other than Commissioner Brown can vote on this.
Councilman Bowman?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho? Aye. Commissioner Mello?
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Secretary Urban? Commissioner Duda? Vice Chairman Ross? Chairman Hart?
Aye.
Thank you.
We have two other resolutions in regards to the amendments to the two development plans that we just did. We have a resolution concerning the adoption of the amendment of the Kapkowski Road redevelopment plan, which you just heard. I believe you have copies of these. Can I have a motion? Motion by Commissioner Cavallo. Seconded by Councilman Bowman.
You got it.
Got it. Okay, Morris, please call the roll.
Councilman Bowman?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho? Aye. Commissioner Mello?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown? Aye. Secretary Urban? Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Duda? Vice Chairman Ross? Chairman Hart?
Aye. Resolution to adopt the amendments to the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan that we just heard. May I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Councilman Bowman. Now I'm hearing you. Vice Chairman Ross, second. Please call the roll.
Councilman Bowman?
Aye.
Commissioner Carvalho? Aye. Commissioner Mello?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown? Aye. Secretary Urban? Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.